over 40 and skincare suddenly feels like a chemistry final that you ain't studied for, you're not crazy. One minute using the same products that worked for you for years. The next, your skin is stinging, is dry, is dull, and you just left over here like, what happened? So today, I am breaking down a simple, no stress skincare routine for over 40 skin. Let's go. All right, now, I feel like a broken record here because we've been talking about, what the skin changes are after 40, but, we got new people and sometimes y'all might need reminders. So we need to talk about the why to get into how we can fix it. So after 40, your collagen production slows down. Your cell turnover, it's like, look, I done turned over so many times. I'm just gonna lay here right now. I'm just gonna rest my eyes. Your skin loses moisture faster, which means your skin just be dry. And them, I should have started this way. Them hormone shifts, now all of a sudden your skin is unpredictable. So that routine that you used to use at 32? She gone, girl. She gone. She on a beach vacation someplace, posting thirst traps on Instagram. She not coming back, y'all. She long gone. And that's cool because now we're going to do a routine that supports grown woman skin. I say woman a lot here on this channel, and there have been some men in the comments saying, I'm a man who watches your channel. Thank you for watching my channel, bro, sis, everybody. I'm happy everybody watches. It's a force of habit, but just know that this is inclusive of, of everybody pretty much. If you're a man of color, this information is going to be pretty much the same for you, except the difference is you're not seeing the hormonal skin changes as fast as we are. Your skin tends to be thicker, and then you might have issues with like ingrown hairs and things of that nature that might be, a little bit different than what we deal with, but a lot of the information is the same. So I'm talking to you too, bro. Skincare over 40 needs to be targeted. Like you have to be careful, you have to know what to do, but it doesn't need to be complicated, okay? So let's break it down. First thing you are going to need is a gentle cleanser. And when I say gentle, okay, your skin should not feel squeaky clean after you cleanse your skin, okay? Because when you do too much with cleansing, you interfere with your skin's barrier. Your skin's barrier is already going through a lot with, the declining estrogen and all the changes in our skin. You don't want to mess it up even further with, stripping it with cleansing too much and whatnot, right? Now, you pick your cleanser based on your skin type and your current skin needs, bearing in mind that your current skin needs can change, not just with, the hormonal changes, but seasonal changes, what you use in the wintertime, you might not be able to use in the summer and vice versa. But here are a couple of gentle cleansers that I have tried and that I enjoy. So there's the Olay cleansing melts. I like the hyaluronic acid ones, but they also came out with some gentle ones that don't have the, it's ink, but what is it called? No dyes, that have no dyes on it. And, things that are made more for like sensitive skin, you might want to check those out. I love those. There's also the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce. There's also the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce Gentle Cleanser. I really enjoyed that one. It has a really fun texture and it cleanses well without feeling stripping, which is definitely what you want. Next, there's two cleansers in this category. One is for oily skin, one is for dry skin. But bear in mind, you might have had oily skin your whole life, but as you get older, it gets a little bit drier, a little bit drier, a little bit drier, okay? If you treat your skin as if it's still oily, you're gonna wind up drying it out, impairing the skin barrier, so be mindful. Like, I have oily skin, not as oily as it used to be. Plus we are in the dead of winter, so I have to really be diligent about, with the products that I use. I can't be using no oily skin stuff right now when it's very cold outside, okay? So you have the La Roche-Posay Purifying Foaming Face Cleanser. This is gonna be more for oily skin or, maybe in the warmer climates. In the same line, a hydrating gentle face cleanser for dry skin. So, if you have oily skin, but it's the winter, maybe use that. If you have dry skin and it's the winter, you might wanna use that. Or, sometimes when you have very, very dry skin in the winter time, sometimes in the morning when you wake up, you rinse your skin with water, or they're like cleansing milks and those really, really gentle cleansers you can use as well. When you already have dry skin and you're going through, hormonal changes and aging, you really have to treat your skin like a Fabergé egg because it can be a lot. Okay, next step that you're gonna need in the morning, an antioxidant antioxidant. So antioxidants are amazing because they help protect us from a lot of the gunk that tries to come for our skin during the day, like UV, pollution, environmental stressors. Like there's a lot of stuff, free radicals. There's a lot of stuff during the day coming for our skin, and an antioxidant is going to help protect you from that. Antioxidant in the next step as well is what you need, hand in hand, but we talking about the antioxidants first. So some antioxidant products that I like include the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic Serum. This is a little pricey. I think it's like $168 or something like that. This gets a lot of clout because it actually has some science to back it that this is what's going to help to, stimulate collagen and protect you from the sun as well. But you ain't got to spend all of that much money on the serums and whatnot. So if that's not up your alley, here's some more antioxidant products. Another one I love, the Fresh Kombucha Antioxidant Facial Essence. There's also the Olay Super Serum. I've worked with Olay for many, many years. They make some amazing products, and the Olay Super Serum is one that I'm currently using in my routine. I think I'm on like my fifth bottle, I don't know. All right, now next you're gonna need a moisturizer, okay? After 40, skin loses water faster. The definition of a moisturizer is something that's going to prevent water loss, and so you definitely need moisturizer after. You need moisturizer, all throughout, but after 40, it is especially important. And the moisturizer that you use after 40 might need to, you might need something a little bit more than what you were using before because the skin is getting drier and losing water. And it's also probably the item in your skincare routine that you might switch out the most, whether that's from changes that happen as a result of hormones or from, the environment. Like I live in New York City, 4 seasons. Shoot, sometimes even in a week I might need to use 2 or 3 different moisturizers depending on what the weather's doing, but my winter moisturizer is not going to be the same as my summer moisturizer, you know what I mean? Now, if you're looking for a moisturizer, things that you want to look for: fatty acid oils, ceramides. These are things that are going to help the skin to retain that moisture. Now, I recently did an IG reel where I went over a bunch of different moisturizers, which, there's a little clip of it right here, but if you want to see the full thing, I'll link it in the description, but I'll definitely link the moisturizers mentioned in this video in the description as well, so you can shop them. Now, the last step in your morning routine. Now, this is something that you should have carried over from your youth. Okay, but not everybody was getting the same messaging. So if you weren't wearing sunscreen, then it's never gonna be too late to start wearing some sunscreen. Okay, never get it in your head that I went so long without wearing sunscreen, it's too late for me. It is never too late. Now, there's a couple of reasons why sunscreen is super important after 40. One, hyperpigmentation, dark spots. Those things cling to the skin for a lot longer after 40, and sun exposure makes hyperpigmentation worse. So you definitely want to wear sunscreen, like reapply, make sure you put on the right amount, all of that other stuff. You can check out one of the many sunscreen playlists. We talk about mineral sunscreens for darker skin, the chemical / organic sunscreens, Asian sunscreens. We talk about like all of that, all up on the channel. So you find you a good sunscreen that you can use. And listen, you don't be believing that, sunscreens are still very greasy and they're gonna give you a white cast. And there are some sunscreens that are greasy and they're gonna give you a white cast, but they're not all like that. There's so many variety, and I try them out a lot on the channel, so make sure you check out one of the playlists for sunscreen. Now, a few that I'm loving right now include the one from Hyperskin. Now, this is a black-owned brand. The last I bought 2 bottles was from like a pre-sale they were having. Be patient with them because they might be having some like stock issues, but I believe they used to be sold at Sephora and Urban Outfitters, but I believe now that you can only get it directly from their site. But I love their sunscreen. It's like lightweight. It feels really amazing on the skin. Also, there's the Olay Super Cream SPF 30. This is like I feel like it's like whipped. It almost feels like a primer, kind of like, kind of rolled into one. It just feels really nice on the skin. I like that one as well. Haru Haru Wonder has a Black Rice Moisture SPF 50 that I really like as well. And then there's the First Aid Beauty Hydrating Sunscreen Milk. That Hydrating Sunscreen Milk was definitely one of my favorite sunscreens of 2025. Well, all four of these were included in my favorite sunscreens for 2025. Now, some sunscreens are moisturizing enough where you can just wear them on their own. However, some you might feel like, okay, I might need to put a moisturizer on first and then put this sunscreen on. So, you use your discretion. If it's feeling like a very dry day, maybe, you wear something, you layer the moisture underneath the sunscreen. But if it's a day where you're like, yeah, I'm all right, you can just use the sunscreen. The sunscreen's maybe moisturizing enough for you to just wear it on its own. But that antioxidant in the sunscreen during the day, and look at the ingredients, because a lot of times you'll have a sunscreen that already contains antioxidants in it, and you might be able to, consolidate steps so you don't have to do a lot. There's some mornings where I can just wash my face and put my sunscreen on. The sunscreen is protecting me because it's sunscreen. It's moisturizing enough so I don't need to moisturize, and then it has antioxidants in it too. So it's like 2 steps, I'm done. Now at night, a retinoid can be amazing for your routines. Retinoids help with cell turnover. Cell turnover slows after 40, okay? So your retinoid is gonna kind of tell your skin like, hey, remember you used to make collagen? Yeah, how about you do that again, okay? That's what your retinoid does. Now, I personally use tretinoin as my retinoid. Tretinoin has many, many decades of receipts on its efficacy. The thing with tretinoin though, you have to get it by prescription, so you have to see a dermatologist or a licensed dermatology provider to get it. I get mine, from agency. I don't even have to leave the house to do it. I will leave a link for agency as well as the QR code here so you can scan and get more information on agency. I like them because you can get things like dark spot serums that you would have to go to a dermatologist for. You can get that under the guidance of a licensed dermatology provider. You don't even have to leave the house. So, check that out there. They're also a longtime supporter of this channel. So if you're interested and it's something that you'll actually use, I don't want you to just go blindly buying stuff that you're not going to use, but if you're going to use it, I would love for you to support the people that support the channel. But some people do prefer to use over-the-counter retinol, and here are a couple of retinol examples that I enjoy. So you have the Olay Retinol 24 Night Cream. I love that. It's very, that's one of the silkiest moisturizers I've ever tried, and it's really gentle. They also have a step up, which I think it's called Retinol 24 Max. There's the Kiehl's Microdose Anti-Aging Retinol Serum. That one's really nice too because it slowly introduces the retinol to your skin. There's also a step up from this one. I forget what it's called. It might be, instead of microdose, it might be called macrodose or something like that. I don't know, but Kiehl's makes it. I also love the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Retinol Moisturizer. This line though, I think there's the moisturizer, there's the serum. So, whatever floats your boat, however you get in where you fit in with it. But I would say to starting a retinoid, and if you're like, what's the difference between retinoid and retinol? Think of retinoid as the Wu-Tang Clan, that's the collective. And then retinol, tretinoin, a retinal, those are the members. That's the RZA, the Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck. Oh God. See, I'm tired. You God. Anyway, retinoids are tricky to start, right? You cannot just go in guns a-blazing when it comes to a retinoid because it will blaze right back at you, and that is one of the most irritating things. So in order to help you from, damaging your skin barrier and getting upset at the retinoid after I just said it's so amazing for your skin, check out this video here on how to start a retinoid, because you gotta be low and slow with it, okay? But check out this video for tips. Now, what about all of the extra stuff? The sheet masks and the toner and the essences and all that extra stuff. You don't have to have that in your skincare routine over 40. You want to master the basics first, because don't be having no 10, 12 skincare routine and you can't even get the basics down, okay? But if you want to introduce those extra things in your routine and it's not irritating you, then fine. One other extra that I would say that you should include in your routine is exfoliation, but you have to be very careful that you do not over exfoliate. Some of the things that we talked about in the video already count as exfoliants, like retinoids can count as exfoliants already. So don't go too crazy. I would say at most 1 to 2 times a week if you have drier skin, 1 to 3 times a week if you have oily skin. And then of course you're not going to use an exfoliant the same night that you're going to use a retinoid, so you make sure you alternate, or you use your exfoliant during the day and then you use your retinoid at night. But you just be gentle, okay? Exfoliation is important after 40 because, again, the cell turnover slows, but there are a couple of things that we already talked about that kind of help with cell turnover as well. Now listen, pat yourself on the back for sitting through this video and learning more about taking care of your skin, okay? Because there's a lot of changes happening as we get older, and a lot of it can be a lot, okay? Now, for me personally, the goal is not to look 22, okay? Like, been there, done that. I just want to look like the best version of me that I possibly can, because I feel fan-freaking-tastic, okay? I want to look as good on the outside as I feel on the inside, okay? And skincare is really important. Now, don't get it twisted though. Skincare is amazing, but skin is not just skin, okay? We talk about that a lot here on the channel. Skin is not just skin. There's bone, there's muscle, there's fat. These are all things that give our skin the look that it does, but these are also all things that deteriorate as we age. I don't care how much you spend on a moisturizer, ain't no moisturizer gonna help with bone density loss, muscle laxity, and fat loss, okay? The moisturizer can't do that. What can do that are some in-office procedures, which we go over here on the channel. So if you wanna learn more about injectables and lasers and chemical peels and so on and so forth, it is right on this channel. As a matter of fact, check out this video first. This video is on everything that you can do for your eyes, starting from eye creams all the way up to plastic surgery. So we go through everything here. Click on it here and I'll see you there.